So, it's me, your little boy, Kisamson. I have this message to give us today. Think like a king and see yourself like a king. Think like a queen and see yourself like a queen. You know, the reason why I decided to do this video is because of many purposes. You know, many of us believe that we can be successful. Many of us believe that the world is very hard. Things are rough. It's not easy to make life easy. It's not easy to become wealthy. It's not easy to get job. It's not easy to be rich. It's not easy for this, for that, for that. We keep complaining without thinking like a lion. You know, my dad always tell me a word. He said, a lion can never bond with a goat, which is very, very polite. And the Bible says, as man thinketh, so he is. So if you think you are a failure, you end up becoming a failure. Believe me, nobody will do what will rewrite that history unless you decide to change your attitudes. Because as man thinketh, so he truly is. If you think that you are going to be successful and you are not lazy, you have something that you are doing, whether it's little or not little, believe me, you will get to that place. You know, that was last week. Yeah, that was last week. I was in a dream afternoon like this. So I was just sleeping. Someone just tell me, and I was unable to see the person. It just like someone just tell me, like in a breeze, in a form of breeze. I hear the voice. People want to get things so easily. People want it easy way. People want it easy way. So what does that mean? It simply means that we all want to become successful by not following the hard way. We want it in a way that is so easy to get. And my dad always tell me one thing when I was at home. He said, anything that you get easily will also be easily to lose. Just believe me. That is why a lot of wealthy people today, most of people who are wealthy, many of them go down overnight, because that thing, many of them, 85% of them do what they do easily to get it. You can look about this guy called a Nigerian man who used to lavish money in Dubai and who end up now in a prison because we want everything to be easy. We don't believe that we can get it slow by step by step. So what am I trying to say is this: we have a great destiny. We have all it takes to be successful today. We have all it takes to be unique. We have all it takes to be great. But the problem is that many of us don't think like a king. If you look at a lion in the forest, lion is not the greatest. Lion is not the smallest. Lion is not the fastest. Lion is not the biggest. It's not the shortest, it's not the tallest, and yet he still have that mentality of being a king, that wherever he enter, he domine. Lion don't step a place and everyone there remain the same. Whenever lion step into any company of other animals, there must be total around change. There must be another behavior. So what you think within you when it comes to success, when it comes to greatness, when it comes to becoming great in life, when it comes to accomplishing your mission, your vision, what is your mindset? What do you imagine? You know, that one of my friends those days, year 2019, 2018, which I know them, you know, we do used to go around. Many of them do used to tell me, Samson, you always imagine big. Can't you don't know that imagining big will not provide nothing? Yes, I didn't respond to them because I know that many of them don't understand what it means to imagine big and work towards your imagination. And the Bible says, prayer without work is dead. In other words, when you are imagining, you are not working towards your imagination, it becomes lost of hope. It becomes what nothing. So what does that simply mean is this: you need to imagine as a king, not king who don't think how to do it, how to become better than other king. Each king, they have their own time, their season. where they sit down, imagine how to make their what their community, how to make their environment, how to make their people become the best among the best. So what am I trying to say? What do you think? What do you reproduce? Let's stop having this mindset of believing the fake life or the fake world that we are failures, that we can't do it, we can't succeed. You can succeed in any area, in anywhere you found yourself. You can be whatsoever you want to be. Sometimes many of us always have this mentality, and that is what I hate, that devil, witches and wizards is the cost why we are not doing it. The issue is this: yes, they will surely fight you the moment they realize that you are called for greatness, the moment they realize what you carry, but that does not give them the audacity that they have power over you. Devil don't have power over you, but they walk through your belief, your imagination, because what they say cannot stop you, but what will stop you when you believe what they say. So what do you believe? Do you think that you can make it? Believe me, it can only take time. You will be there. Do you think that you will be the first person to be the first billionaire in your home? And do you think that one day you imagine it, that I will be the first person to drive car, I will be the first person to build house, I will be the first person to rewrite history, I will be the first person to keep legacy, I will be the first person to do this, I will be the first person to do that? Do you have that imagination? So if so be you have that imagination, believe me, heaven will be support of what you are doing. Let the earth be against it. Let the witches and wizards be against it. I remember and I recall what my dad used to tell me, that it is in the presence of witches and wizards that they are born kings and queens. So if so be that it is in their presence they are born you, that think as that you are a king, you are a queen, no matter what they plot, nothing can stop you from not progressing. The moment you start to think like a failure, you give them the privilege to do what? To put you down. The moment you start to think that life is hard, you can't go out there and get job, you can't work, you can't find job. The moment you start to believe all their lies, you come to understand that that is what they will use particularly to keep you in that place. Look at the life of Jabez. The moment Jabez realized that the reason why he was in that situation, the reason why his brothers and sisters or his relatives, his ancestors were unable to break that record, is because they believe the fact that the cost is what is powerful than the power that God have given them. But the moment he realized, he said, no, Lord, rewrite my history. That is when God turned everything. The moment Jacob realized that the reason why he was not progressive, he was not doing well, is because of his name, then he decided to ask angel, until you blessed me, I will never let you go, until change my name. That is when the angel changed him from Jacob to Israel. That is when he started to enlarge. His family started to enlarge. Everything started to enlarge. What do you think? Change your mindset so that you can change your future. Change your mentality of thinking you can't do it. Brother, whether you are educated, you are not educated, whether you are this, you are that, whether you go to school, you don't go to school, whether you are working under someone, you are not working under someone, what you believe is what you become. Yes. Whether you are in a hospital bill, you are in a jail, or you are in any categories or any life situation you find yourself, what you think is what you become, not what other people think about you. I can't tell you that you are a failure and you don't believe you and you expect it to work. It will never work. It is what you believe, that is what they used against you. So my brothers and sisters, change your mentality. Change your ways of thinking. Think like a queen and a king, and you will suddenly see your future in a bright and in a lovely way. This is all your little boy have for you. Remember, blessed, and don't forget to subscribe. Believe me, you are king and queen. You are not a failure. Think like a king, think like a queen, and rewrite your future. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't like where you are right now, just use what I have told you. Change your ways of thinking. You know what I'm saying? Change your ways of thinking, because nobody on earth that God did not give permission to become what successful. He have given us all we want. but we need to change what we think in order for us to accomplish that which you have given us. Remain blessed.